All right, good day. It is Monday, Fashion Week has begun, and I'm here with my friend Natasha I thought this show was going to be at the NGV because it's Fashion X Art, but instead it's at the State Library.
It was always at the State Library.
Yeah, I just had some idea that we were meeting here and we were going to walk. And it was going to be like a nice walk to the NGV, which is like down there, but I was wrong.
That's not the case.
So hopefully we see some cool things, but let's fit check Natasha. All right. So what are you wearing?
Okay. I am wearing a Burberry trench that I bought on eBay years and years and years ago. I've got a Miu Miu shirt, which is fake. And I'm wearing a Philippa K crop top, Levi's 501s, my Ride or Die jeans, and some Marni platform sandals.
What about the Baggins?
Oh yes, the Baggins is APC, and these are just my everyday headphones, Audio
Right.
Technica.
What's your favorite piece that you're wearing?
My favorite piece? Probably my jeans, because I love my 501s. They're just like a classic blue jean, I guess, and they've got a little bit of stretch to them, which is good for me. And yeah, they're just a good fit. Nice wash of blue. I like them a lot.
So we've been talking about how Natasha really wants to do a walk.
Yes.
So now you need to like walk with purpose somewhere, and then.
Street style photos are always walking because they're in a hurry. So
Yeah.
important, busy fashion people.
All right, so give us our like.
Walking.
Now turn around, come back.
Try to find the show. Where is it?
Oh, it's actually over there.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, there are all my friends. Hi. Oh, I'm in a hurry. The show's about to start. All right. Tell us about what you're wearing today.
Sure, we'll start from the shoes. I'm wearing these Julius platform creeper sole boots. My favorite pair of shorts, the Cray Green track shorts, which is super cool. Have so many layers and pieces going on for extra flappage.
Mm-hmm.
A long Yoji shirt, Yoji tie, and a Mihara Yasuhiro. I think it's like a Haori type thing, but it's got a couple of layers. It gives you very like Demon Slayer vibes.
Yeah, very swoopy.
Very sweet.
Nice.
Yoji sunglasses and tote bag.
Cool. And what is your favorite piece that you're wearing today?
The shorts, so cool. But I can never figure out what to wear them to like show them off properly. But there's just so many bits and pieces going on, and they move so well. But
And how long did it take you to figure out what you wanted to wear today?
Not long, because I was wearing most of it, and I didn't have a lot of time before I got home after work to come here, so I had to just put everything on. So maybe like 20 minutes.
Okay, so you didn't plan this in advance?
No, I probably should have.
Why should
yours?
you? Yeah, I mean, I did plan mine in advance, but then I put it on and it looked terrible, and I changed my mind. So
No, but
planning in advance is not always
we gotta find more people
way
to
to
guess
go.
about.
Yeah. I need to be gassed up.
Like inflated.
Yeah, inflate me, please.
There's usually loads of protests here, but
Yes.
luckily none today. Have you ever protested here?
I have actually. I was at the pro-abortion rally.
Do you want to do that again?
Yeah, I do.
So there's usually lots of protests here. Have you ever been to a protest here?
I have. I was at the pro-choice rally after Roe v. Wade was overturned a few months ago. They usually use this point as a starting and finishing point for demonstrations and protests and stuff.
Would you believe this wasn't the first take of this? So we're debating whether to like grab a drink before and come back. But apparently Natasha's never ever broken a law
No, never.
in their life. Never.
You're not allowed to. I don't think you're allowed to drink on the streets in the CBD. So
What if they can't see that you're doing it?
Well, but how are they not going to see? Like, I'm not going to buy. I don't think there's many alcoholic drinks you can buy that don't look like.
What about the stubby holder?
I'm not going to buy a stubby holder just to drink for 15 minutes.
Paper bag.
That looks like alcohol,
What do you mean? It could be anything. That's why it's in a paper bag.
but it looks like alcohol.
Schindler's
It looks
beverage.
like someone's trying.
Schindler's no.
Someone's trying to cover their drink because it's alcohol. That's why people use.
I'd do it. I'd do it.
Okay. Go on then.
Maybe I will.
All right.
at the end of the exhibition, there's this, I guess this is still part of the exhibition. I don't know. The what?
The climax.
This is the climax of the exhibition.
Yep. And this is it.
Then we just get spat out the other end. And then we return to regular life like the plebs we are. Alright, it is the next day. I forgot to do a debrief from the gallery art thing last night. It was actually really, really cool. I really enjoyed the way that the State Library, you kind of walked through it and got to see different designers with their models showing off their works. It wasn't stationary. Some were moving around, some were doing things. I guess some were stationary, but it was all laid out to their behest. So it was very, very cool. Was it worth the cost of entry? I actually don't know. It was a really cool experience, but it's one of those ones where like you get to the end, it's really cool, and then it just sort of ends. And I couldn't help but think, is there supposed to be more? But it was a really, really cool experience, that's for sure. And the fact that it wasn't a traditional runway meant that you weren't going to miss anything. Natasha was saying, we need to try and line up early so we get good spots for the runway. But then it didn't turn out to be an issue whatsoever because you just sort of went through at your own pace and they would let people in periodically in order to not crowd the entire space itself. Really, really nice. It would have been cool to film the entire walkthrough, but that would have taken quite a long time. So yeah, day 2 now. I'm just dressed to go to do some stuff at work. Then I'll come home and get changed for tonight's Dockside Runway. It's the second runway I'm going to. The final runway I'm going to. It's too expensive to go to so many. And yeah, let's get this bread. All right, it is Tuesday, day 2. And we're on this little rooftop that I didn't know existed here overlooking State Library. With some pals taking some photos and getting ready for the Dockside Runway this evening. Model on duty. What's the modeling for?
I'm in Modest.
Oh, nice.
On Friday.
That's exciting.
So, yeah, I just got casting.
First time?
Second runway in my life.
How you feeling?
Nervous, but I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty confident, I guess.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Congratulations.
The fit is crazy. I can't wait.
Yeah?
So everyone sees it. This fit is plagiarist, not the best.
Yeah.
Not plagiarist, but we love play.
Bring your head to the right. To the right. Yeah, look down. Look down heavy.
Stand at the corner.
Yeah, go back.
Can I stand on this?
Nah, you definitely cannot stand on that chair. All right, here at the Dockside Runway location, just like under the Balti Bridge, and I have to, the only light I can get is off this generator, but have a look at this. Here's the bridge, going across. Here's Hisham, and here's Afiq.
Yeah. 3,500, 250, 50 bucks, 245. 700, yeah. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no one asked.
Hey, Bella's there.
section and think, this is not our beautiful house.
I just realized that I never actually spoke about the Dockside Runway show, so here are my thoughts. It's been about a day, so I've dwelled on it for a bit. But the show was cool. It was in a really, really cool venue. It was in like an empty warehouse down by Docklands. But the problem was it was in a very, very inaccessible location. Like there was no public transport nearby. The closest transport, you then had to maybe walk about 20 minutes, which in some of the outfits that people were wearing would have been really difficult. Luckily we Ubered there, and then there was a bus to take people back to town afterwards. But it turns out that bus was for the VIPs who had paid $300 to go to this show. Why couldn't it have just been for everyone? Didn't make any sense. And the fashions were okay. I liked a couple. I think one was called Postel, and also the Homie Reborn stuff was kind of interesting because it's all one of one. Sabatucci had some cool, more like fancy outfits, and Toil Studios had the subversive basics thing down pat pretty well, and they've apparently been doing that for years now too, so definitely doesn't match how it went through a trend recently. They were there before it, so that's kind of cool to know. In the end though, after going to like 2 events, I think what this fashion week is lacking, and I'm not sure about fashion weeks around the world, but there's no real central hub or area. The fashion festival that I went to for the first time earlier this year had a pop-up bar, and everything was centered around this one open like courtyard area at a place called Federation Square in the city, which was really cool because even though shows were all over the place, you could go to that space, find photographers, find other like-minded people, and just mingle and hang around. Whereas for Melbourne Fashion Week, it doesn't seem like that exists. I'm not in the know enough to know of any like parties or anything, but it feels like you go, there's maybe you have a drink, the show happens, the bar is then closed afterwards. People kind of stand around and confused for a bit and then go home. There's no like post-event where people get to hang out and talk about what happened. And I really feel like that's what it's lacking. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the show. I woke up the next morning to a Instagram slide from a stylist inviting me to a show on Friday, which will be the first apparent men's solo runway at Melbourne Fashion Week. I'm probably wrong, but at least for this year it will be. So I'm excited for that because going to group shows is cool, but you never get to see a designer and, styling a whole team realize one vision. And that's what I'm looking forward to on Friday. Hopefully the weather's fine because it has been miserable the past couple of days of non-stop rain. And really hoping the people affected by flooding are doing okay too. So yeah, we'll definitely keep you posted on that for sure. All right, we found the place. It's in this car park in Docklands. It's a really, really cool setup. As you can see, and everyone's just flocking to where the light is. I assume for photos and shenanigans, but yeah, let's do it. Of course, Bernard is getting a lot of photos, but look at that hat. It's a cool hat, isn't it? It's a very cool hat. Always jealous of Bernard's hat. People are very, very dressed up. It's pretty cool. I'll do some more people are. People are looking very, very good.
I was like, look at our way to work.
Yeah.
I'm also to a fashion show in Melbourne,
And this. That's JD's fit. Yeah. I don't know how much longer is it to the thing. Like 15 minutes, so we'll see how we do. We'll walk around. We're in and seated, waiting for a fashion. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but the waiting. And here's where we're seated. Everyone will walk past here. It's cool. Alright, so finished up food with Anthony and JD. Now heading to my bus stop to head home. Luckily the show was very, very close to where I can bus to get back out west side, so props to that. Thank you, Justin, Cassin. Also, thank you very much, yeah, for getting an invite as well. Really, really cool to go to a show. I mean, like, ultimately, the fashion was not quite my vibe, and although that, it was very, very cool to see a very, very diverse cast of models walking the runway. The only thing about the diversity that wasn't quite there where I wanted was that they were all jacked and ripped and really, really tall. So it meant that none of the clothes you can really picture on a shorter body, on a more fuller figured body, which the other two runways that we'd been to this week did have very, very diverse casts. In fact, like, some of the people were, you know, disabled models or people with, what do you call them? Prosthetic legs, things like that. It was just really interesting to see such diverse groups of people be represented, whereas this one was just tall, ripped dudes. Such is men's fashion, I suppose, but yeah, it's something to keep in mind for anyone looking to do that. But yeah, so that is almost Fashion Week done. A friend, Carly from Lastly, is putting on a Guerilla show on Sunday, which will be really cool. I'll be filming that. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to vlog it too well, considering the fact that I will also be filming it for them, but we'll make it work. We will make it work. But yeah, good times. It's been a fun week. It's been cool being around all this, and hope to do much more of it as we go. Sorry for the light, there is none. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a time. All right, so it's Saturday night and we are at a friend's place in Footscray, getting ready to go to Babie Club, and as it be, it is time to do the traditional shot. This is Susie.
Hello.
Preparing the beverages, the libations.
Some good tequila straight out of the freezer.
Oh, I hate tequila so much. I hate this.
Goes down smoother when it's fresh.
All right, bottoms up. Oh, you're right. Frozen is.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. And here's our Arc'teryx Lord, Leo.
Arc'teryx Lord.
Is it an Arc'teryx jacket?
It is.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I almost put my foot in it.
It doesn't have the bird though. No bird.
That's cool though.
Yeah. The bird's like on the back. It's like in the System A sort of release.
And what were you saying about how it was raining the other day and you really wanted to... You put the jacket on?
It stopped raining the moment I went outside the house.
We'll try and make it rain for you tonight. Look at this knife. That's so cute. You're always gonna stay protected.
Exactly.
We haven't even arrived at the club and we're already at McDonald's, as you can see by this pile of food.
That's all us. We ate all.
We ate all of it.
We ate all of it.
Had a mad dash. We went to go to the public bathroom, but the door wouldn't close. I feel like you try and like obey the rules of society and then get
Not
turned
again,
away.
I'd be willing to take.
Yeah, I just don't want to do it. So we had to run into Fortress and lie to the guy.
Fortress.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't pee in an alley. I would be very honest if I did. But yeah, now we're at McDonald's because hungry. The best chicken burger, prove me wrong. Featuring a boat. Oh, it's cute. It's the best one. It's the best one.
Golden chicken.
That's what's up.
That's what's That is so cool.
Wide angle with edge of it.
Ash made this. It's sick. For the gram. Alright, we made it to the top. We're lining up. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do the thing. So we've left Babie Club. It was a good night, and it started raining. So Leo is very, very excited to put on the
I
hood.
prepared my whole life for this.
I'm glad someone was prepared because why not?
We're gonna get some. We need to get some action shots of you in the rain.
Yeah. I do a little steam.
No, go stand in the rain. Here, right in front of us. Here you go.
Walk on the road, babe.
Look at that, dry, just so dry. All right, Sunday, last day of Fashion Week. I am exhausted. I probably look horrible, but it is. Today is the lastly. I'm gonna stand outside with the wind, but it's the Ghastly pop-up show. Ghastly, the lastly pop-up on Collins Street. So I'm going to meet the gang beforehand as they're getting ready and doing their makeup and getting their outfits done. Film some BTS, and then at 7:30, the show's gonna happen. I'm really looking forward to it and supporting pals doing their thing, but I also can't wait to go home and sleep. I'm so tired. Last night was a lot of fun too. I'm not too hungover today. I'm just tired. It's been a long week. Hope you've been enjoying following it as well. But yeah, let's get it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's, I guess if you want to do the kind of shining lines, like use the symmetry, that would be a sharp. Let's see if that works. I think it's okay. Set. Okay.
It's giving New York. I don't know.
We got the buddy system. Does everyone have their buddy?
Number off.
Next one.
Let's go. So plans changed for the show. It was supposed to be on one side, but due to issues it's going to be on the other side, but a crew's shown up. So it's looking good, it's looking good. A couple of minutes away till it happens. Let's do this.
There's a whole beat system
Old friend Jonathan, what are you wearing, mate?
Today, I'm on the Japanese thing. Get everything Japanese branded in that. Mr. Avant-Garde. So Avant-Garde in the cut still. You know what I mean? Alexander
The bag
McQueen.
is crazy.
Alexander McQueen, the shoes still.
I love the sole. So good, so good.
I'm him. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
You fucking did it!
We did it!
Okay, so I tried to film the post-show thing last night, but there was a lot of roadworks going on. It was dark, and that was the only place that I had. Anyway, the Guerilla show went really well. There was a bit of an issue at first, though. After getting ready, everything was planned, and we went to the location. It was basically supposed to be on the side of these stairs that people would be exiting from the fashion show that was on, which was the closing runway. However, we got there and it turned out that the photo pit for the runway was at that end, and so people were not going to exit that side, which just meant that the show wasn't going to work to set up at a place where no one was going to walk through. So we tried to go to the main entrance. We had somebody on the inside letting us know when the show would finish, and all the models were lined up. We walked up with a bunch of other people, friends had brought friends, and the plan was to basically get the models to walk up to the exit entrance place, hold the banner of Lastly, and then the rest of us would take photos and video and make it seem like something was going on. And it really, really worked. Everyone was coming out, the models were all laid out as I took in the video, and people were generally pretty confused, but people were looking up what Lastly was. The majority of people were like, is this a protest? Some angry people tried to stand in front of the banner and have a quote-unquote conversation to sort of block what was going on. But I thought it was really successful. Really, really exciting, really fun, and a great way to finish off Fashion Week. So now to rest forever, but not really, because it's a busy week of just life stuff. But yeah, it was good times. So thanks for hanging out this week. We'll see you, I think it's more than a week we hung out for this one, but see you in the next one. Hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Be safe. And as always, don't do anything I do, except do a Guerilla fashion show. They're really fun. Bye-bye.